be the hitch in going for the actual cash transfer straight away? So the farmer has the flexibility.
Well, they've already. I think you're not maybe you have to recognize the fact that cash transfer to the farmers any case happening today.
So that is a pretense.
So that is established in that particular scheme. Government has roughly about 80 million farmers who get in there. So they've established that field, and they've also established the farmer is land holding in terms of what fertilizer is consuming. Now they have come to a stage where the digital infrastructure is available for them to take the next step. So maybe they must be taking up.
So you mean it's a political decision?
No, they are doing pilots. See, please understand that your food security is an important aspect. Your farmers' support in terms of ensuring that he gets the right fertilizer at the right time is very important. So they have established the infrastructure. Today they are doing pilots to understand as to what is right, whether the next level of change can happen or not, and we are pretty confident that at some point of time in the near future this change should happen.
Okay, in terms of outcome, what was the NPK ratio in 214? What is the NPK ratio and what should be the ideal?
Well, my dear friend, I think you must realize one thing is we overplay the NPK in terms of what has been published in the good old days. What is very important today is Indian soil of 1980s is not the same soil in the year 2024 that we get to see. The soil has not only changed its own complexity, its own, so it needs to be very clearly worked out. Soil's organic content has to be improved significantly. It will be enough inorganic fertilizer has been used. But it is also very clear that if you do not use inorganic fertilizer, your farm productivity will be lower. So we have an organic-inorganic balance which needs to be reinstated, which is why this reform of PM Finance scheme which has come, which is primarily incentivizing state governments to work with the central government to ensure that the soil conditions are significantly improved, and any saving that is made in terms of reduced subsidy or whatever is shared with the state by the center. So this is a very, very good scheme which is coming, and I believe in the coming years you will see the benefit of that.
What about the capacity in the fertilizer sector? How many have come up in the last 2-3 years?
There has been a significant change in the urea capacity. From 24 million, we are close to about 31 million tons of production today, which is a big change, and which is also ensured that your nitrogen supplies are at good pricing in India. And India is one of the most efficient manufacturers of nitrogen today, which is a big change which has happened.
Apart from urea, any others?
Well, we have seen some changes in the phosphatic capacity, not so significantly, primarily because we don't have raw material for it. Urea was possible because we could get natural gas. We have a natural gas grid and pipeline which is available. Whereas as far as the phosphatic is concerned, you need to source rock and sulfur and other things, which needs to be done on a long-term basis. You need locations, port-based to handle this and work on it. So those are some of those efforts which have to be made going forward.
But this capacity are mostly the revived plants in public sector.
There are both private and public.
There are new plants.
New private sector plants have also come. More than 2 million tons have come up in the private sector. Revivals have happened, and the new plants have been set.
What is the urea import this year looking like?
Urea import this year will be, I mean, if you look at April, October time, it was 3.7 million tons last year. Now it's 2.47. It's coming down.
How much the year will end up?
Around 7 million tons. I'll give some money. You see, urea has been a very big positive for the country. That we've been able to reach a point where we have substantial capacities available, and we're not looking at this kind of a large imports coming up.
So what is the reason for 25% decline?
Because more capacities in India. India has study factories are now being commissioned. All the expansion
Any
plans.
impact of nano urea?
That's early to say, but it's picking up quite well. Nano urea and nano DAP both are picking up well. And I'm sure you will see the real cost benefit of that coming in the coming years.
Despite decline in 7 months, you are still saying that over
7 million tons.
it will reach 7 million tons in the full year.
No, what you're saying is that the capacity has gone up by over 7 million tons, which is good. So India's import, yeah. Otherwise, India would have been 14 million tons. So that would have kind of spiked the prices too much.
If you queues issues, long queues, all kinds of mentioned here. is there any plan to build a reserve for the commodity fertilizer where there is a lot of fluctuation, especially DAP?
Well, it comes to an government is, if the government desires to have a,
Having both need as a farmer.
there has been constructive discussion about creating and ensuring availability between the industry and the government, for sure. It's been continuously going. But for everything, the solution is not just about having a strategic reserve. It's also you have to understand the global availability of this kind of fertilizer. And you also have to understand whether new capacities can be created with effective raw material being available. This is not the.
Sir, that's why it's important that if you start building gradually, say like 5 lakh, 2 lakh, 2 million reserve.
At the moment, I think government has been well aware and has been in active consultation with the government, with the industry, in terms of how to ensure that India has sufficient reserves of this kind of fertilizer in the coming years.